4 changes the AFL should consider making. The bounce is unique, chaotic, traditional, iconic to the game, but is it necessary? I think it should go, but hear me out. It's a very specific skill set, and I'm not sure there are too many other sports out there where umpires or referees need their own set of ball skills to do their job adequately. Some umpires that bounce get injured at a higher rate because of the sheer force they need to bounce the ball into the ground. The bounce is not only difficult to execute, but it can lead to long-term injuries. It's a shame to have an experienced umpire have to leave the game early because their body is cactus. Other umpires have stated that the best decision makers are being left behind due to not possessing the skill of the bounce. If you're not a good bouncer, it could affect how you mark around the ground, meaning that you don't umpire at a higher level. There's another factor. Psychologically, umps that have a few bad bounces may have it affect their mindset and confidence on the day. Put yourself in their shoes. Imagine having a few bad bounces. You feel the energy of a 50,000 person crowd. That's definitely going to weigh on your decision making throughout the match. I know a lot of footy fans love the bounce, but if you had the choice to choose a top decision maker over a good bouncer, 99 out of 100 of you would say they want the game to be umpired fairly and consistently by a good decision maker. For all the traditionalists out there, maybe one bounce at the start of the game is a good compromise. Number 2, send-off cards. If a player knocks out another player and they're one player short, well, surely one team's at a disadvantage. Other sports have a send-off rule. Take an example from the 2022 season. Tom Stewart's high hit on Prestia, late, high, took Prestia out of the game.
And this is the incident that we're talking about right now. And he's in a world of hurt, Tom Stewart. Goes past the footy, makes head-high contact, and that is...
It had a massive impact on the match. Geelong kicked away post-Prestia injury. Stewart was punished post-match, missing 4 weeks for the hit. But during the game, one team is down a substitution and one of their star players. At the moment, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. There is no in-game retributive justice for the team that's left at a disadvantage. And the implementation of a send-off card would even up instances in the unlikely event where this does happen. Of course, there are instances where this would be misused, so if this were to be implemented, it would need a very strict framework, something that isn't subjective. Whilst I haven't fleshed out the finer details of what this would look like, it would absolutely have to involve the ARC, the AFL Review Centre. They would need to be the final decision maker. You can't just leave it on the umpire's shoulders. They already have too many decisions to make. If the AFL can manufacture that, then I say it's a win. Number 3, 666 warnings. Hasn't this rule been out since 2017? Why are the umpires still instructed to give a warning? They didn't even give warnings for player dissent or the standard rule. I mean, 666 warning? Just pay the free kick and get on with it. Number 4, extra time in home and away matches. After the grand final replay in 2010, the AFL made an adjustment to finals where if the scores were level at the end of the game, they would play 2 3-minute extra time halves to decide the winner. In the home and away season, this does not happen. Like that time you messaged a girl that you liked, and she never messaged you back. A draw leaves fans with a cold, empty feeling, you know? A feeling of what could have been, deflation. Extra time could solve this. Extra time would no doubt provide memorable matches during the season and perhaps even more advertising and marketing for the AFL. Without teams on multiples of 2 points on the ladder, battle for the 8 can be much more unpredictable. Imagine if last year the Tigers and Fremantle were on multiples of 4 and didn't receive the 2 points for a draw. The last few games would have delivered a different equation for teams and fans and would have made what was an already exciting race for top 4 and top 8 potentially more exciting. There's something awesome about extra time, giving the chance for the best players to lift their teams over the line. What do you think? Should we keep the game the same? Has the AFL made too many changes? Would you make any changes yourself? Tell me your thoughts, and as always, subscribe, comment, share. Thanks for watching.